Hey YouTubers, got another video review for you today. This one's from a company by the name of Malone, and the product is their new Axis Angler bed extender. And you know, I'm sure you're sitting there thinking, yeah, I've seen those bed extenders before. Well, you've not seen this one. This one's actually different than any that I've ever seen in the fact that it has a roller that you put the kayak on and roll it into your bed. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you all the features and tell you a little bit about it and show you how to use it. Now, I've had this bed extender on the back of my truck for about a week now, and I've used it a couple different times and it just works great. Now, this here is the kayak that I paddle. I have several different kayaks, but it's the Beaver Tail Stealth 2000. It's a heavy kayak, and that's why I wanted to show you with this heavy one how strong the bed extender is, because this kayak here is probably the way that it sits with the stuff that I've added to it, it's probably got about 150 pounds loaded down like it is now. All right guys, so with this kayak, with it being so heavy, I always just keep the landing gear on the bottom of it whenever I load it onto the bed extender. And so next time when I go to use it, I just roll it off and take it to the water. I'm ready to go. And then when I put the cart back on, when I get out of the water, I just roll it to my vehicle, and like I said, I just leave it on, and I'm able to put it up in the bed so I don't have to keep putting it on and off. And so I'm going to show you just how I take the kayak off the bed extender. And you can see, if you'll come up a little closer, you'll notice right in here is the roller that I'm talking about. And so whenever I start pulling the kayak off of there, you'll be able to see that this roller moves, and it just keeps you from tearing the bottom of your kayak up and scratching it up. So check this out. So now you can see that the cart here is a little off center, so I'm just going to center it up, tighten my strap back down. All right, now that I've got the cart centered up down here on the bottom of the kayak, now it's ready to go ahead and pull off the bed extender. So I'm just going to grab it and just roll it down like this, and then now I can take it to the water. Now when it's time to load it back up, you know what I do is I just pull it back up on here. Then I hold it, and then you can see the roller right there. And then now it's ready to tie off again, and I've still got hard on there, and it's ready to go. I just wanted to show you up close how this Axis bed extender works. It has a roller right in here. So you can see when I twist it, my kayak moves forward. And it's the same thing when you go to pull it off the truck. It just rolls on there, and it's got like a nice soft padding on it. So, you know, it just rolls on and off, and it doesn't scratch up the bottom of your kayak while trying to load it up, and it makes loading it easier. Notice right across the back, you've got some reflective tape right in here so people can be able to see you from behind if you don't have your kayak on here. And then they also provide you with a flag. Now, I keep the flag just on the back of the bed extender in case I don't have a kayak on here. I don't forget to put one on here. And then I keep a flag on the back of my kayak as well. But, you know, this one here is a Malone one, and it comes with the kit. So you do get one flag. And then as far as this roller here, it's 46 inches wide from side to side. So as long as your kayak is within 46 inches, you'll be able to fit it right in between from that side to this side. So it'll fit a huge kayak, and who knows, maybe even like a small John boat might even fit up on this rack or a canoe. Now you'll notice right in here that the adjustments are made with quick disconnect pins. And you can pull these out real simple. They just pull out just like that, and you know, they go back in. Now, as far as the packaging for this, it says that it can be adjusted out wider to 48 inches, but if you adjust it out wider, you can't use the roller. So just remember that. You can adjust it 2 more inches out wider, but then you won't be able to use the roller. The way that the roller fits is very simple. It's got one nut that fits on here on the end, and then there's another nut that fits over on top of that. It's like a little jam nut to keep it from coming loose. And anyways, you'll notice whenever you put the bed extender into the hitch that it's a little bit wobbly, which is that's very common for most bed extenders, but they have taken it a step further and they offer an anti-rattle bracket and U-bolt that mounts onto the extender, onto your hitch, and it takes all the wiggle and play out of it. And I'll show you how that installs here in just a minute. It also has a hitch pin, and then it comes with 2 ratcheting style rope tie downs, and then it comes with 2 cam buckle straps, and then it comes with these 2 loops to help you be able to secure your kayak now. And also, before I forget, I meant to tell you that it has a height adjustment on it, so you can raise it up higher or lower. I keep mine in this position here, but if you want to adjust it up higher, you just pull the pin and you can lower it down, or you can pull it up higher and you can even pull it out just like that. And you can see the amount of adjustment that you have to move it up and down. All right, now there's also a quick disconnect here in the middle, and so you can pull that pin, just pull it apart, and it comes off in several pieces, so you don't have just one long connected piece, and it just makes it easier to store it and transport it, and it's not as heavy when you go to try to put it in the receiver. And then you put your pin back in there. Now, outside of the extender has a powder coating on it to keep it from rusting, because it is made from steel. One other thing that I wanted to mention is, if you don't want to use these little quick pins, you could always put a bolt in there with a nut and tighten it down, and that way that would take out some of the play in the unit. But like I said, they do offer this little anti-rattle piece to take some of the wiggle out of the bed extender. So I'm going to show you how to install that, so come a little closer. Now, the way that this works is you take and put the little anti-rattle piece right here on top, and then you take this U-bolt and you remove the nylock nuts and the flat washers. You slide the U-bolt in from the bottom, just like that, and you put your washer on this one, the washer on this one, and then you put your locking nuts back on. And what this does is, this little flat bar here on top, it's going to be pressing down on this piece, and then the back of this piece is going to be pressing on your hitch that's on your truck. And so when you go to tighten it up, it's going to take the wiggle and play out of the back of the extender. It only takes a second to install it, and you can do it with an adjustable wrench, or use a ratchet with a deep socket. And this is a 3/4 inch deep socket that I'm using. But you can see that it's taking a lot of the play and wiggle out of the hitch. Now, you're still going to have a little bit right here where this quick disconnect is, and then some right in here, but you know, that's just typical with these bed extenders. Now, I haven't been running this unit on my truck. I don't mind if it wiggles a little bit, but like I said, whenever I tie the kayak down to the inside of the bed, and then I tie it to the bed extender, it's all nice and secure. You don't really need to run that. They just included it in the kit in case that bothered you or whatever. All right, so the way that I tie this particular kayak down, and I'm using their straps, and I'm going to show you how that I'm going to tie it down. And you know, this is not every kayak, this is just my kayak. Yours is going to be tied down differently than mine, but for my kayak, I'm going to take and wrap their cam buckle around the bottom of the bar. Don't wrap it around the roller part, just wrap it around the steel part there on the bottom, and wrap it around the other side of the steel part on the other side of the extender, and then you've got your cam buckle right here. And you can see that all you do is just mash that down, and you're able to adjust it, and then when you let go, it tightens up. Now this one has a buckle protector on there, so you don't mar up your kayak and scratch it up, and it keeps it nice and protected. But on this particular kayak here, mine has a little notch right in here where you can use it to tie off and run your strap, so that is pretty handy. So I'm going to show you just how I tie mine off. I take and put it in that little groove there, and then I just cinch it up nice and tight, and then I just leave that strap just like that. Now I have another one up here in the bed. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I have it hooked in and around the loop right here on the inside of the bed. And then there's also another notch right in here, and then I took the cam buckle strap and ran it across to the other side and looped it on the other side of the bed, and then I've snugged it down nice and tight. So it's not going to be able to go anywhere because there's a groove right here, so it can't slide forward, it can't really slide backwards. And then by me locking it right in here to the bed extender, that just helped stabilize it even more. So since the kit come with two of these ratchet straps, and they're the rope style and not the actual strap style. I don't know if you've ever seen these, but since I had two of them, I went ahead, I've got it hooked into the bed extender right in there. You just push it in that way, and then now you can loosen it up, and then to tighten it, you just pull on the rope and it tightens it down. And then follow me back right in here. You can see that I've taken the rope and wrapped it around the handle a couple times, and then I hook the other end of the loop onto this side of the bed extender. All right, now you can see with everything tied off just how nice and secure it is. Now there is a little bit of side-to-side movement, and that's just because, you know, you've got all those quick disconnects in there. There's a little bit of play in there, but you know, by the time you tie everything down, this thing is nice and solid. It's not going anywhere. I've been on the interstate with this thing running 70, haven't had any problems, and it's just a strong unit. There's a 250-pound weight capacity, so you know that's plenty enough weight capacity, because truthfully the only weight that this extender is going to have on it is just the back part of the kayak. All right guys, like I said, it does come with the safety flag from Malone, and I always keep mine just on the bed extender because sometimes I don't always have the kayak on it, and I don't never want to forget not to have a flag here on the back. I don't want nobody to hit me, so I always keep the flag down here, and then I always put some sort of marker on the back of the kayak so nobody runs into me. So I keep both on there just for safety. All right guys, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I hope this video helped you out and cleared up some of the questions that you might have about the Malone Axis Angler bed extender. And you know, I hope you found that it's pretty interesting that it has that roller. It does really make it a lot easier to load and unload. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get to see my future videos. And until next time, have a good one.